Good evening. Hi, it's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, and I will be your spiritual stewardess this evening to guide us for messages for our best and highest good. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for our subscriber date night. If you have not yet had a chance, this is the second installment of our subscriber art spotlight. And that is posted right here on the stream's link. And for information about the notes that I posted today, where the planets are in the sky from this morning, and how it could be affecting you, my notes are attached in the description box. All right, let's see where we go here. Let's see what's happening, what's going on. What is happening? What's going on? So it is the path of freedom today, which is a combination of adding the date of the month, which is 2, plus the day of 13, plus the 9 of 2025. It is a year of culminations and takes. Hey, Miss Peg, thank you so much. I got I have the link there up. I hope you like. I changed up the background a little bit. I think your art looks so beautiful, posted on the page. So thank you again for your contribution. I really appreciate that. Hey, Miss Nova. Hey, Judy. Thank you, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, okay. Many masks, the authentic self. Okay. And we are crossed by Moon Maiden. Didn't we just have that right the day before the full moon? And here we are getting it the day after the full moon. This is really interesting here, the juxtaposition. It's kind of a yin yang energy with this kind of taupey energy here being the color of the moon. And then we have the 38 many masks, the authentic self. I know I pulled that one before, and that again is a 38, which is an 11, which we're still seeing plenty of. And then I noted in today's notes that we are still seeing plenty of 5s as well. And here we are with the 11 and the 5 of the 41 card. So let's go ahead and see. I have not read that New Beginnings yet with the Moon Maiden energy. So let's see what's going on here. And then the many masks, authentic self. I don't want anybody to panic about, ooh, who's wearing a mask and who is, not being honest or things like that. But think of it more so as we all wear many different masks depending on the context, right? So me sitting and chatting with my besties is going to be different than how I would sit and chat with someone in an interview style, for example. So those would be just the different varying masks that we wear. So, with this Moon Maiden, this is all about beginnings, new ideas, and curiosity. Let me see if I can get there closer for you to the camera. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you've been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. Maybe like a subscriber art spotlight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it is the time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first. Reveal it slowly to the world, like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The moon maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you, in a relationship or job perhaps, want to capture your light inside of a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. So, wow. Okay, that is on page 82 here, which is a 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, withered down to a 1 of the Magician, which I also talked about in my notes today on my post. I like them apples. Hey guys, thank you so much. Hey, Miss Josie, Miss Nova, Miss Peggy, Miss Kathy, Miss Healed Heart Space. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate you oh so much. I hope you got a chance to check out the art that was featured today. And Sari even let me post one of her beautiful photographs. And it's right down the street from her house, she said. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, I could not believe that. Miss Ashley, thanks you guys so much for coming in. I appreciate you. So when I was done typing today in that post, I was that Secret Garden song, not the Madonna one this time, the Secret Garden one, because of that deep diver card this morning that was on the daily divine forecast for the spiritual view. That has come up several times as well. And that was reminding me of how we talked about last night with that typhoon in the sign of Scorpio and requiring us to dive deeper, to go further than we've gone before, to go deeper. It's like there's still another layer. And then it got me to thinking about Scorpios because I collect them in my pocket. I've got a lot of my November's booked up always. A lot of Scorpio friends that I love very much. We're like peas and carrots. And it's kind of like, I get that energy. It is my moon energy. But with this, the masks and the authentic self, it is really, really hard to, unless you know that person for a long time or really well, especially if they are a Scorpio, they're very, very deep and not, that can feel lonely. Not a lot of people understand that energy. And not a lot of people, not y'all, because you're here, but I don't know about your experience or not, but not, people prefer, especially if they're lower vibration, they prefer to stay on surface level. Like I cannot stand surface level conversation. I mean, I'd rather poke my eyes out. It's just, I want to like go deep with me right away or don't go at all. I don't want to talk about, I'll talk about the weather for 2 seconds, but then, you got to go a little existential with me. So with that, asking ourselves to go a little bit deeper, I feel like what this Leo full moon is really doing is, again, like this is talking about here, for us to get on that stage of life, for us to even add maybe another mask to our repertoire. Hey, Venus, thank you so much for coming in. Add another mask. And this is kind of the time to let our lights shine. Remember that with the North Node being in Pisces, there's going to be a lot of people waking up over the next remaining 17 months of that North Node in Pisces. And they're going to need your help. Feeling emotional at that for some reason. I don't know if you guys, and maybe some of you have this going on right now. There's people in your world that really do need your help, but they maybe don't know that they need it. And if that is the case, we can't convince or force other people to do their work, but we can allow them to see the deep dives that we ourselves are doing. And by doing that, by being an example of what we would like to see in the world, wouldn't it be such a wonderful world if everybody was awake and not surfing on, the top of life? If they were all willing to go a little bit deeper, what a wonderful world this would be. And in that Secret Garden song, it's again not Madonna, it's the what's his nuts? It starts with an S. Old school singer. You guys know who I'm talking about? But it's basically about he loves her. She'll let you in her house. She'll let you in her life. But in that secret garden, that's where she really resides. You're not going to get as deep. He knows, he can feel it. He can feel that he's got more depth to explore with her, and she ain't having it. So, in that secret garden we hide, I believe is the lyric. What is that singer? You guys look that up for me, please. It's an S, old school, like back from the 80s. I can see his dang face. But of course, in the moment, I forget some things, especially when I get excited to see you all. So what I thought we would do here, I'm gonna start with air energy. So I'm gonna go elemental on y'all. And your man is a Scorpio and he needs someone who can get deep. I don't like surface level. I mean, it's so boring, right? Wow. Okay, so bottom of the deck, and look at this taupey and green energy. Now, as you guys know, when I put these away, they get saged and cleansed, and I set a purpose to have them ready for the next read. And right here on the bottom, this burden of perhaps a new beginning. But remember that 10 of Wands, once that energy is sat down, it turns into an Ace of Wands, a creation, a spark, a new beginning. And holy crap, I think Jen pulled this on Tuesday. There's our 10, our Wheel of Fortune that I was just talking about as well, that I talked about in my write up today. So let's just see what's here on the surface energy, putting down the burden perhaps of what other people are saying, or putting down the burden of having to learn something new. You're releasing and letting go of the old so that this new growth, those new green leaves appearing there. And she's even holding a mirror, which I included with the angel number post today, because that's what today's angel number was about. Wow. So this is like researching ourselves, guys. And this is just the surface energy, speaking of surface energy. And then we have spirit leading us to calmer waters there with that Six of Swords. And in my write-up, I put Chiron the healer is joining forces with Venus, repairing wounds regarding love and abundance. Well, if you can see that person in the plumage of her feathers there, that person is burying their head. It feels as if we may be going through, this could be somebody that that we may be going through a situation where we just don't want to deal. We don't want to have anything to do with it. We don't want to deal with it. The road ahead may seem a little bit daunting. But the road's leading to King of Pentacles, baby. So whether that is our own divine masculine or yang energy within our own selves, stepping up to take care of us in ways that we've always needed to perhaps even reparent our own selves. This is where you're going when we are able to release this burden and really look in that mirror and understand that we can react or we can respond to a situation. And if we found that we're able to start responding instead of having an emotional reaction to something, if that's what we're learning and seeing about ourselves, that we can get ourselves then to calmer waters instead of that stinking thinking, then there's where the growth can begin, right? Major growth can begin here. Underneath that, if I continue, I usually only go 6 deep. So let's just see what's going on here. 7 of Cups. Look at those masks again. Those are 7 different masks, and that can be emotional fragmentation of, well, who am I? Where is this going? And here is the Emperor energy. I was just talking about Chiron and Venus joining forces. They are in the sign of Aries. And it looks like we are taking leadership here of really getting to know ourselves on a deeper level and healing some old wounds here, not fighting against this rebirth. We are surrendering here in this 8 energy of strength. She's discovered that the more she struggles, right? Shel Silverstein, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. You guys remember that? Oh no, he's nibbling my toe. Oh gee, he's up to my knee, right? So the more she struggles against the lessons that she must learn, which is all about inner balance with the strength card, the farther out she pushes or delays the good that is coming to her, because her own inner balance, of course, brings that outer balance. And it's like time to step outside. This is a little sprite stepping outside of like an 19th century 1800s dress, which is interesting. Hey, AD, because in the art display that I shared today, Brandy's designs, she found some patterns from the 1800s. And literally in this book, you can see this outfit, this old ass outfit, and there's a tiny little sprite coming up and out of those familial patterns. I also posted Peggy's guitar, which brought a tear to my eye because of my whole family is musical in some kind of way, generally everyone. And my grandpa was in a band and until his mid 80s, the Hawk's Nest. And they were so damn cute. He was self-taught. And that was just such a lovely, lovely memory. And then here it is coming out here as well with that familial, that ancestral card that we looked at last night with Archangel Michael, of the roots of our connectedness. So this is definitely a healing of some old wounds, some old masks. And look what's right after that. I guess it's just on the surface. And there's the wish granted with the crow that was also there on the top of Peggy's feathers. And then we're able to unlock this, our own joy, our own solar plexus chakra, wish fulfillment of the 9 of Cups. Wow, what a start. That's just here on the surface. That's pretty crazy, right? Aw, Peg, your words make my heart happy. Just like the 9 of Pentacles, this is her huzzah moment. And I love this 9 of Pentacles because normally we see it's some kind of a bird. I'm forgetting the bird. I'm forgetting my words here tonight, forgive me. But she, in the historical 9 of Pentacles, is holding a bird that symbolizes wealth and prosperity, kind of like a Corvette of the times, right? To show that we have arrived. Miss Lucia. Oh my gosh, those dang doves. Oh, I can't. Her pick a card. Just make sure you check out her pick a card today, guys, because oh my gosh, like even the crystals were relating. And an animal from our spread the spread that was posted this morning on the Spiritual View showed up in that too, as did 5 of Wands that we've been talking about. And I've been talking about that 5 of Wands, and I think it was Monday or Tuesday's write up. We are supposed to be in decks that show, instead of the one person being the ball hogger and wanting all the glory and not acting within a team, we can do that to our own self detriment as well when we're not balancing our own yin and yang within. And this is like cutting off your nose to spite your own face here in this card. It's kind of a creepy card. Jealousy, strife, and competition. I mean, it's a 5 of Wands. That's Leo energy, fixed energies. But what wants to come in, even if there's devastation, just like around this King of Cups, they can see. I wrote down every rose has its thorn at the top of my notes today. And there's the Ace of Pentacles, and she has become the rose. Okay, we have thorns as much as we have beauty, and when we try to ignore that, we block out and don't heal what we have coming to us, which is a balanced energy, the yin and the yang. That's my 2 of Cups here, which is a lower object. That's a Lovers. So liking where we're going here so far. I feel like I'm being diverted to pull a general read. I guess I'll get all signs at the end, and then of course, yeah, and then of course with it being our date night, I'll pull cards for y'all at the end. Okay, this is my favorite temperance card of every single deck that I have. So speaking of last night's reading, it was the temperance energy yesterday, and we've moved over into the devil and the Lovers today. This depiction, I think, is the most perfect version of temperance, because it's not just about patience. It's about one puzzle piece at a time that we are putting ourselves, it's like putting the Humpty Dumpty, putting ourselves back together again here, repairing wounds regarding love and abundance. And there is Archangel Michael that we saw come out last night in the Cancer portion of the reading, where this is soulmate. This is a soul's journey. This is friends that are helping us. This is loved ones that are helping us. These are fated connections that help give us one piece of the puzzle at a time to our psyche, so that as we put those pieces in, we can find that inner peace and that inner balance. That is crossed by Page of Cups, and this is a great Page of Cups depiction, because A, it's not a child, okay, and B, it shows really the true depth of the Page of Cups, which often gets overlooked, which is, if you can see her head here, she's got faces in 2 directions. So again, we're coming back to this many masks. We are not the same dater. We are not the same partner. We are not the same friend. We are not the same daughters. We are not the same anythings as we were 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago. Those are all different masks as we change and as we evolve and mature. And what this Page of Cups does, not only is she sitting in her own heart's cup to be full, but in order to do that, she's got to look at the past. And she's looking to the ghosts of the past there. She's looking at a skeletal mask and asking herself, I'm the common denominator in all of this. What have these relationships had in common? No matter what kind of relationship they are, I'm getting my ear squeezy. There's always an underlying pattern that we have subconsciously, enacted in every one-to-one committed partnership, whether we knew it or not. There's our Queen of Swords, and we've got to face that truth with conviction and leave these old shadow selves behind, and be willing to drop the masks that just don't serve us anymore. They can turn into stone statues, and we can leave those behind, because evolving means that we're growing. Change means that we're growing. Okay. Wow, lots of channel messages here, just even that are matching up with my notes today, just on the start. Like Spirits wants to spit it out tonight. Your OCD list today. Oh my gosh, AD, I was just talking about that with girlfriends at my last Saturday. We had a Galentine's, and a wonderful girl that is the 2nd year in a row hosting it. And we were all sharing our worst like date stories. our funny or our most embarrassing date stories. And I will not share what those were, but they were hilarious. So we all have those. We are not the same people, right? But we have to be willing to look back and not take ourselves so dang seriously, right? Like we all make mistakes. We all have those three of swords. We've all broken up with people, not in such the greatest ways. And we've all probably been broken up with too at some point in not the greatest ways. Pardon me while I not strip tease for you, but you know, at that stage of life where you're hot and then cold, then hot and cold, then hot and cold, and then hot again, and then freezing again. Oh boy, have I got some great and ridiculous stories for you. Mine involved an embarrassing moment. I won't go into too much detail, but it was just kissing, and other things happened with the zipper up that don't normally happen just from kissing. And that was not the only time that happened to me either. So here are those one-to-one committed partnership. Yeah, I know. I felt terrible for the poor boy. Um, I say boy, I think he was 18 or 19 at the time. I can't remember. I can't remember shit. But here is our 1111 energy, our one-to-one committed partnerships that I'm talking about, of all kinds. Why we've held back, why we've done that is because of these roots. Look at that. All these roots of connectedness, right? And they are old and withered. We've got to be willing to look at these about ourselves and how we're showing up here. And then the other, what is the deal with the masks tonight? This is a whole different deck, you guys. On the other side that balances that, what is this, old versus new? What is the new mask we can put on? And I'm seeing now, remembering now my own drawings, I drew a lavender and purple yin yang symbol today. So all right, let's see where we go. Let's get a few more shuffles in here. I mean, geez, it looks like I don't even need to lay a spread today. The funniest stories are in the vault. Yeah. You might need to bring a bottle of wine or two to get those out of me. Oh boy. The sun energy, talk about Leo and our own highest potential of happiness this lifetime. There's more fire energy, especially with Venus there, Chiron meeting up in the Hiz-ouse of Aries with Chiron, the healer. So this is all about healing wounds, guys. And as we're telling our funny girlfriend, guy friend stories, there's the Three of Cups. And I just said it might take you, just bring me a bottle of wine or two, and I might tell, like, let some stories out of the vault here. All right, Spirit, let's get to it. SPIRIT, Spirit. Let's hear it. Okay. Did I pick you up, Kathy? Did I now? Already? He did not have an overcoat, Peg. That's why it was so embarrassing. It was at a drive-in movie too. It was just innocent. It was just, what did they used to call it? Did we ever call it that, or is that a 50s thing? Necking? Oh Lord, that sounds so disgusting. What you waiting on, guys, in that beautiful celery colored dress there? So this is manifestation. She sees the ship there out coming in. It's going to take a while, but I also talked about this morning to be careful with our words and our thoughts, because that is literally how we're putting in orders to the universe. And that first card out was the Ten of Wands, of what we are releasing and letting go of by looking at our masks. And I said, that's what converts the 10 to a 1 or to an Ace of Wands. And here it is. And she has all of these apothecary items behind her to throw into her big old pot there of creation, especially with that sun and the Queen of Wands, Three of Wands. More Aries energy there. Lots of creative energy. Okay, let's see if we can get a reading here. 3. I'm going to have to force myself to stop shuffling. 2. Big breath, guys. And 1. Bottom of the deck. Energy from yesterday and the energy of today's 13 day of death and rebirth. And she's in that cocoon there, getting ready to, with the knowledge of that snake around here, this new knowledge, kind of like a veil and a bride figure, ready to emerge as a new bride, a new you, new beginnings. Can't make it up. All right. Oh boy, more masks. That's on the bottom of the deck, though. That's in our environment. So let's see where we're going here tonight with y'all. Oh my Lanta. Did y'all see that? Did I do that? Oh my Lanta. Look at this. So this is the Lover's card. If you're not familiar with the Houston deck, this is the King and the Queen of Cups here. Gemini energy, or energy of 6 today. It's our 6th day. And this is the King of Cups revealing the cards beneath his vest. Not chest, the cards beneath his vest. At least it wasn't the other guy releasing the cards beneath the zipper, but at least the king of this king is willing to do that here, show his cards. And then here with that Queen of Cups, being into esoteric knowledge, you can see all the phases of the moon underneath her skirt here. And she's revealing to him that, she'd be very spiritual. We've got Peggy's crow back there on the top of the King of Cups, and they are gazing at each other. They're standing in still waters of emotions. And there's a yellow and blue bird as the extension of her head. Not quite sure what that is, but maybe I'll see if I can look it up later. Situation, can't make it up. Temperance. Putting the puzzle pieces of ourself together to find our peace. And yes, our triggers are the breadcrumbs, are parts of those puzzle pieces of our psyche that we are uncovering, and we find those in the patterns of every relationship we've ever been in, with us being the common denominator. So, wow. Okay. And the opportunity position here, 3rd card out for me, that is opportunity, is for this manifestation to come in. As long as we are mindful that our thoughts become things, and our words especially are our Ace of Wands. That is our manifestation tool, is our voice. Okay. Today is a 6th day, which is representing the 3rd eye. Okay. Lavender energy. That's why I had on my purple. I try to, in general, just so I can keep track for myself of what day it is, usually matching the chakra energy of the number of the day. giving them away my secrets. Absolutely, Kaylee. Yep. This is a gorgeous deck, you guys. I almost didn't get it because I was like, that's creepy, but it is so freaking deep. Like, if you don't want to know, do not ask this deck. In the recent past here, I love this depiction almost as much as the 5 of Cups and the Mermaid Tarot, because they both focus on the love. Okay. In order to be, to be looking back on yesteryear and having some regrets about the past, that means that we are not turning to face our future and move forward. 5 of Cups, we've been talking a lot about ancestral wounding. This is like that's an old energy. It's old and fixed. Okay. Very deep, Scorpio. And what's interesting about this depiction is that instead of gazing and crying over spilt milk, she's gazing into her own cup Okay, filling in her own cup and still holding on to that dream, that wish, that secret, that whatever is in her moon. There's a person up there. And this is attached to passion. So back to that Ace of Pentacles or the 10 of Pentacles, the connectedness of all things in our life, past lives. She's focusing on her cup because she knows that is the only thing that brings this. Okay. Center, third eye much, center heart of the reading is the High Priestess. And she's up in a nest here, like building a nest for the future. 1, 2, 3 major arcana out of 5. You saw how much we was shuffling. And I had to force myself to stop. I told you these cards were talkative today. There's like a crystal ball. There's a light bulb coming on. She also has bat wings there. So again, High Priestess energy. Anytime I see a bat, that's because you can see things in the dark. You don't need to be told how to do this. You just need to follow your inner guidance. You have Archangel Michael here with his sword of truth helping you put your puzzle pieces together. Okay, and you can see, as we always talk about, the divine feminine energy, our yin side of ourself must surrender first. Then we take the action of putting our Humpty Dumpty selves back together again, examining every single piece, okay, of how we were built, how we came to be, how we learned about love. All of those things matter. That is how we reach our highest and best vibration this lifetime, and then also be able to call in the highest love this lifetime, is because we're relearning how to love ourselves, you know. Near future energy, we're going to have a talk, y'all. So there's 2 ships here stuck in the harbor. Okay, this is self-imposed. We saw that last night in the reading in a different deck. But what's interesting about this card is that there's only 2 cards in the whole entire deck. Where's Ed? Because there's our green chartreuse. She has beautiful chartreuse wings. And she's like, I'm stuck. She's stuck in this heartache. Her heart is physically exposed. And she has these like Uranus lightning bolts here covering like her face with a veil, pain that she doesn't want to think about. We have to transmute it. It doesn't go anywhere, guys. If we just stuff it down, trauma is stored in our body on a cellular level. It alters DNA. It's pretty serious. Okay. It's not something that we can just put our big girl panties on and, you know, trudge through it. That's not how this works. So what we're waiting on here, in the near future, you're like, I feel like I'm waiting to get hurt, or I know I'm just going to get up in my head about things like I always do. And it could possibly be about this 5 of Cups. But remember, in this depiction, this is about choice. She's choosing to focus on her own heart's cup, like in that page of Cups. She is looking back at past patterns. She's the common denominator. The only thing that changes are outside circumstances, energy first. That is it. What are we attracting? What pentacles are you putting into your wishing well with your words and thoughts and actions? Okay. It's hard to learn this stuff. It is not easy doing this work, or else everybody would be doing it. And you're here. So what does that tell you, right? There's going to be a lot of people that need to see you go through this and do this for yourself, because by doing that and healing our own fishbowl of energetic frequency, just by default, you're healing others. You're healing everyone's energy around you, because your energy then alkalizes with theirs, right? So if you've changed your set of the equation, which it looks like you have, because you're like, I'm ready to go. I'm manifesting and I'm not all the way healed. We're never going to be. But this is Archangel Michael saying, we're good to go here, Divine Feminine, with the one puzzle piece yet still not placed. We're okay to start helping others find theirs. Okay, so that's what this situation is here. And the heart of the reading, again, is really calling on us to use this Pisces North Node to our advantage. It only happens once every 18 flipping years, guys. We are not going to be North Node in Pisces for another 18 years after we exit it in 17 more months. That's crazy, right? This is the time. We're waking up, we're shaking bacon, we're ready to go. What's the block here? We'd be exhausted. If you can see, like her arms are kind of tattered in ribbons. She toe up from the flow up. And when we're toe up from the flow up, we are not in our highest energy. Okay. When we're tired, then when we're not able to tap into her. Okay. The light aspect of this energy is that I'm tired, but I'm still willing to go again. Because if this is what's out there, that is worth it. That is worth this long journey. It's worth it. This can also be the block to your lover's energy, to this partner coming in. Archangel Michael's like, I'm sitting here waiting with this heart here in the background, waiting on you, just waiting on you. Because the Nine of Wands in its shadow or in its reverse state is repeating the same behaviors or actions, but expecting different results. Definition of insanity, right? We've got to change. And it looks like whoever I'm reading for tonight, you've shifted this energy from, well, I'm just going to cry over spilt milk and everybody's shit because they've always been shit. And I'm going to focus on the fact that, well, I'm not. I'm working on me. And by default, that is who you start to attract. Make sense? This is good work here, guys. Near future energy, this hasn't happened yet. So I'm telling you now, this ship is waiting in the port. These are the two, this is the energy of the two lovers right there. And the only way that that doesn't come in is if we get into that lower vibration of focusing on what we didn't want or what hurt us in the past. That'll knock your ball out of the court every single time. No cards will be shown. If you're not showing your abilities and esoteric knowledge and sharing that, they're not going to reveal the cards beneath their vest either. And you might get a person with a mask who you don't like, or they're so good at whatever mask they're showing to you that you don't even see it for years. What Spirit want us to know? That temperance, those puzzle pieces aren't meant to, this is not to be a pain in your ass. I mean, Archangel Michael isn't a Pia. That's not his role. He isn't a pain in the butt. He's there to lead you, to guide you, to show you, hey, those hurts, those wounds are the puzzle pieces. Do not pretend like they're not there, because that was just going to slow you down. Pick them up, see what part of the life puzzle that they fit into. Don't be afraid of the towers of life. This is the cosmos opening up because of the tower. You cannot have the star. You cannot get that. You see it in the Hermit and the Lantern. And then by the time we get to the 17 of the star, that's wish granted. You do not get to a wish granted without the tower. Life isn't as one and doneer. It's not like that. It's tough. But the more we can help each other with our own experiences, that's why I'm here. I mean, I'm telling you embarrassing stories about myself, yeah, because they'd be funny, but hopefully they help some of you, right? Let's look at what here is the outcome of our 3 wands. If you get in the 8 of swords, this is that Winona Judd song. Only love sails straight from the harbor. Only love can lead us to the other shore. Out of all the flags I've flown, one flies high and stands alone. Only love. Only love. You're already there. It's already revealed to you. You're already waking up. You might be coming into a new level of waking up, especially with North Node and Pisces. Okay. And we really are going to be forced to let go of judginess, especially of ourselves. Perfectionism is a trauma response. And if we notice that we're, judging others, we're not really judging the other person. We're telling ourselves, hey, there's a breadcrumb there. Why is it any of our business? Why are we judging another person? We shouldn't even, that tells me that we'd be still judging ourselves harshly. Okay. Who cares who cares if I'm talking about something happening at drive-in movies that was unfortunate? I'm old enough. I don't care anymore. If it's helpful, so be it. Okay. If it makes you laugh, even better. That's raising your vibration. But look at this. You're like, but Ange, I'm only scared. Okay. I'm only up and ruminating in my head in a prison in my own mind because look at her. She's filleted. Her arms, her thighs. And Archangel Michael's going, yeah, but there is a half of a mask here, and inside it is a measuring tape, scissors, and thread. Humpty Dumpty be putting ourselves back together again. Okay. Because look at that. Spirit has the cup. It's waiting here for you. Archangel Michael's like, waiting. If we're avoiding a tower out of fear, then we don't get this. We don't get the other half, right? We gotta go through it. And I know it sucks. Seeing a triangulation of energy here with these maroons. And also here, especially with that exposed heart, the exposed deltoid there, medial deltoid and outer thigh, that abductor. It's like filleted. You're like, yeah, but I've been skinned alive. Well, if we are manifesting in fear and going, I can't because of all the bad things, if that is what we are focusing on, then that is exactly what our order is put into the universe to receive, more unhappy cups. When all along, Spirit's trying to offer you that missing cup, but it requires that we fill our own first. Okay. New beginnings, guys. It's here. This is what changes the wheel of destiny for us, where we can win it big. Okay. Underneath that, overflow of emotion, overwhelm, and plenty. Okay. But I can't, Ange. It's just too hard to think about. I get it. I spent years in sorrow. I know. Woohoo! Okay, well, that'd be better. So I'm extending the outcome here because I can't leave it at that. So outcome energy, 4 of Cups, our 2 of Cups of balance is back. No more yeah buts. When you balance your own cup, here's someone's cup to match yours. And guess what? She's got these Aries ram horns on. And here we have this earth energy. Her foot, she's the one that is not stationary. The tree guy is stationary. She can leave and be the traveling wheelbarrow and do whatever she wants to do when she wants to do it. This is choice. She's choosing love. She's choosing balance. This is a choice, guys. to put down that old burden of the pain and to just stop being scared. Stop being scared of our shadows. They're there to lead us to something amazing. This has been waiting for you for how many lifetimes? We don't know, right? There's Miss Brenda. Hope you guys got a chance to have a look at that gorgeous, gorgeous art. We were already talking about the 1800s. It came up in the dress here, Brittany. So 10 of Wands here, setting down that those old burdens of unhappiness. And I look at this as the front and back of a book, and inside is the guts of the book, the meat of the story. And what we have here with this Four of Cups, here's Jupiter luck. This ever turning dream. You know, you have it in there. There's a music box inside her head that has never stopped. You've never stopped wanting for this. And you know, instinctually, it's there. And don't poo poo and tell me everybody sucks. A lot of people do suck. But that's where we learn that Queen of Swords of discernment, and we don't get in too deep before we know that person is not for us. And when we're vibing high and we can hear our higher self, we can hear spirit, ain't getting one over on you. What we gotta be scared of? Okay. Seven of Pentacles, that ever-turning dream has the seeds are already planted. It's time. She's got four-leaf clovers. And just as you come in, Brandy emailed me and said, didn't you have rainbow hot air balloons? I said, yeah, a couple weeks ago I had the rainbow hot air balloon, and then last week I had a hot air balloon with the four-leaf clover on it. Her whole belt is four-leaf clovers. You've got to stay focused on your dream. You've got to stay focused on what it is that you want, and that's going to trump this piddly wimpy Four of Cups any day. You have the tools here to put yourself back together again. Okay. Stop resisting like that strength card when we are resisting our healing, when we are resisting picking up the mirror, like in that angel number today. We're only delaying our own happiness, right? We got to go through it. So that Seven of Pentacles on the top of Four of Cups. And guess what is here with the Two of Cups? It's Brittany, bitch. I only say that. This is the Empress, but I say that because she's wearing like a sheer bodysuit of all like flowers and sparkles. And I think I said to you guys one time we had a performance to do, and we had on like the body stockings with all of the huge rhinestones glued on everywhere. And I mean everywhere. And that reminds me of that performance all the time. It was like a week of making that costume. And here she is in all her Empress energy on this outcome. Once she understands her worth and knows that I am not letting anybody alchemize their fishbowl with mine, because I've worked too damn hard to raise my own personal vibration. And I know as soon as someone comes in to mix with my water, then it best lift me up or nothing, or at least match my vibration, because I'm not going backwards. We're not going backwards here, guys. Empress energy. Okay. And then I always think this looks like Dawn, her face, the Ace of Wands. Here's that creative energy, and immediately is blending to convert. When we put the cups in, everything else follows in very quick succession, guys. I feel like whatever's being revealed to you now at this new moon energy, new beginnings energy with that full moon revelation. Waiting on some revelation. Been hoping that you find it. Can't make up your mind yet? All right. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, or surrounding environmental energy. We've got Seven of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Okay, there's that discernment. So if this is the yin part of you, especially with this Empress coming out, we could see this side as the yang part of you, or simply what's surrounding you in your environment and what's coming in. Being able with that opportunity to be the Queen of Swords, like we saw in this morning's reading. Why is this happening? So we can learn the lesson of discernment as to whether someone is wearing a false mask or is wearing a version of themselves that that we either want to climb up and away from because it's an old pattern. We're looking for that Ace of Pentacles here. This is old familial traditions. So there's the dress we were talking about, Brandy. Your 1800s pattern. She's climbing up out of that old way of being. This is ancestral patterns as well. And it's like the truth and the revelation of that is like, I'm not willing to just go, swords? What swords? Who's got swords? I don't have any swords. If you can see her face there, I love the look on her face. It's hysterical to me. It's like, who, me? Who, me? And this is really looking at that just so we can climb up out of this and peel back our authentic self. And doesn't that kind of look see-through or cellulose, like that jellyfish energy today, the authentic self? Yep, becoming an expert here of slicing through how we've deceived ourselves. This can also be, once you do that for yourself, guys, if you're in high priestess energy, you are a lie detector. They ain't getting away with it. There's no reason to be scared once you have started uncovering your shadows, because the upgrade is, oh, now I get to be a human lie detector. Okay, well, that is certainly handy. You think? Okay, here is our Four of Pentacles again. And now the past pentacles, the past roots, and the masks is sitting on top of a book of knowledge, of knowing, and of actual physical work here. That's a needlepoint. So we go from everything's in the little mug head here, all the materials that we need. And now she's become an expert at this. Okay. This could even be someone helping you. I feel like it's you helping someone else, though, because we are able to withstand life's towers a little bit easier because we're not fighting against it so hard, right? It's just the fear. Fear ain't nothing. You've done hard things before. I know you have. The Fates, the three sisters, and coming back to that energy again, because one sister measures with her measure or tape measure, one sister cuts, and one sister determines the string and cuts, and one sister, it's like the moon, the three sisters of fate. Super. And see how they're like threads of destiny, threads of fate. One measures the time of life that you have in this meat sack. They're standing on a clock. You can see their reflections here. The center sister is holding the scissors, and one has the moon over her head. So it's time, guys. It's time for you to take back your control, take back your power. And then there's our double cups energy. This is a diplomat, even in destruction. Okay. We know we can survive hard times because we understand that it literally zips open the cosmos. That dark night of the soul is not for nothing. At the time when you're going through it, if you've been through it, you're like, what in the heck is happening? More past life energy there with that crane. And this Two of Pentacles, she's only wiffle waffling because she's lost literally her whole neck. Her head is sitting in her clavicle. Maybe you help this person, your higher vibration brings in someone as loving and has been through the same amount of destruction that you have. Okay. And if this is another person for you, their King of Cups was in reverse here and position 7, book ending their 7 of Swords of like, who, me? I don't have any work to do. Strategy. Her feet are actually a compass, and this is chess, not checkers, guys. This work. It's no joke, and it's hard. We can't wiffle waffle. We got to leave that old piece behind, or we stay in the wiffle waffle energy and we don't get to that crane energy, which is connected to past life lovers, something that has been waiting for you, who knows how many lifetimes. Opportunity and the yang side of the energy, or what's coming at you, this is the creatrix. So how cool is that? That above her, she is holding her hand like the symbol of the sword, which is divine masculine. Divine masculine, first card. And above that is a cup. It's actually a soul's chariot or a Merkaba that holds the water, or known on like my channel, Dorito. Sword, I'll let you figure that one out. Dorito. Masculine, feminine. You can make anything you want. The effervescent bubbles rising up to lift you. The water lifts you there. Okay. Up into the cosmos we go. And again, why is something happening for us? It's not happening to us. This is, if there's an ending coming, let Archangel Michael do. He knows what he's doing. He's helping you clear the way, because if you don't have the space in your life available, if Mr. or Mrs. Wonderful knocked on your door right now, would you be able to host that energy? Would you be even able to consider it? Or would you be mortified? You're like, my house is a mess. My internal house is a mess. I haven't done my work yet. Why are you here? You're going to be nervous. You're going to question anything. You're just going to assume. You're going to get hurt again. You're going to get in your 8 swords of mind prison. It's about using the pain to focus on what needs to be filled within you, filling your cup, so that a person of equal cup can come in. And this is where you choose to be. Not only do you choose to be there, they see your Empress energy. They see you for who you are. And it's magical. This has been coming to you, this ever turning dream. Hang on to that. You don't get it by just showing up and being like, okay, I'm ready. You go through some things, and it is exhausting. That's the breaks, right? And here, right after that creatrix energy, you have the opportunity here as the 3 of Wands of manifesting properly from a higher vibration. And this person may be just behind you with that 2 of Wands, because what's happening is in the mirror, okay, the mirror that was in that angel number today, when we look at our own mirror, we can go, all right, well, do I want to have that same old drab, boring outfit? Or do I want to be a rose? Do I want to be fabulous? Even her feet are the rose's stems here. She is the rose. Top of my notes. Every rose has its thorn. Nobody is perfect, especially not me. So you don't have to believe a word I say. If you you've been spelling my name wrong, or whose name wrong? Angie with an I. It's okay. Hey, my whole life it be that way. So It is okay. Let me go ahead and get advice for all signs here. Let me get advice for all signs. If you did have a look at my notes earlier today and joined in on those journal prompts so that you could really focus in on your question and also jotted down any animals, numbers, colors, places, really just all the nouns, just all the nouns, people, places, things. Okay. Because whatever it is, don't question it because that's coming from your subconscious. It's a message from your higher self. Spirit has a plan. What do we say? Archangel Michael knows what he's doing, but it's in reverse here. I don't think this Koala Spirit's ever even come out. You guys know how much I use these cards. It's a 35 energy. So again, the energy of that 8 of inner balance, to bring balance outside of us in. And in reverse here for our advice for everyone, I want to take a quick read at that. On the bottom of the deck is a 6 in the Yang energy, building a solid foundation. All right, Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, but in the protection message. Oh my gosh. It was breaking my heart when that last year or the year before with the Australian fires and all the poor little koalas. Okay. This is on page the protection message is on page 108. Are you feeling uneasy and mistrustful of the world? Oh my gosh. Have you been hiding in a safe spot, afraid to venture out because you're convinced that life and other people will disappoint you? What did we literally I love it when the oracle cards, I wish it were that easy. Just why do we have to listen for an hour, Ange? Just read the damn oracle card. Because it's not, you got to read the entire story. Okay. We got to dig a little deeper there than the surface level. Okay, so Koala Spirit has appeared to let you know that your faith is misplaced. The present safety you seek is already passing away because all things are temporary and outer conditions are always changing. What Spirit wants you to know, Spot? Find your safety by placing your faith and trust in Spirit, who will grow the abundance that is already yours. Your ever turning dream is just waiting for you. It's just waiting for you and your energy shift. If this reading is for you, perhaps you're acting slowly and overly cautiously because you lack faith that there is more for you out there than what you know. You may have boxed yourself into a safe place that has nothing else to give you and become so familiar with it that you've forgotten to explore. Are you feeling pessimistic and convinced there's nothing more out there for you? If that is your order, then that is what you will get. So then we get to be right. And I know that's super hella fun. But at the end of the day, our Empress energy is just dying to get out here. Koala Spirit reminds us that self-care is meant to replenish us so that we can venture out again in faith, trusting that there's no limit to the joy Spirit wants you to experience. Be good to yourself and reconnect with Spirit to reclaim your faith in things yet unseen. I see why I got stopped from doing all the elements, because this is literally what was my one question that's posted at the top of the chat there. That's nuts. Wow. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a hot mess kind of beautiful disaster way, but that's where the best things grow out of. We take old things like ourselves, put Humpty Dumpty together back again, new and improved. It's like is it Japanese or Chinese that I think it's Japan, instead of like if you break a dish or break something really valuable, they put it back together with gold because they believe the flaws have improved that item. And with the gold, it literally shows off where that item has been fixed. Our flaws are beautiful. It's what makes us us. It's what makes us unique and not just a cookie cutter person. That's boring. That's surface. Who cares? Don't do it. Let's dig into that next mask, guys. Let's get into that next level. All right, guys, think about your question here. Go ahead. Thank you, Peg. Japan. I thought so. Go ahead and put your heart next to your name if you are wanting me to pull a card for you. I think these are important cards because they're about our ascension path and it can tell you where you are right now. Wow, look at this gray again coming out, that taupey energy beyond illusion. Okay, advice for everyone here. Change your perception. You are not stuck. You are keeping yourself stuck. Okay. That ship is ready to sail straight to you. Archangel Michael's like, come on, I've been waiting for you to find you. Been waiting for you to find you so he can bring you this. That's divine partnership, guys. That is lifetime after lifetime. You could have been missing each other. Okay. That is what you're looking for here. Crossed by practicing self-love. Cannot make it up. Nurture your inner child, both in the slate suit of this deck. My Lord, that's beautiful. And look how fast it goes from a 6 to a 10. When we nurture that inner child, this is an 11 card suit. Each suit's only 11 cards. By changing our perception, we shoots and ladders to the 10, start nurturing ourselves to heal these old wounds, and shock and awe, Daddy Saddy brings us the reward of doing that work. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Oh, good night, Angeline. Thank you so much for being here. Aw, thank you so much. Miss Branda G, thank you again for submission for your pictures of your beautiful, beautiful art. If you guys haven't had a chance yet to look, do make sure you leave her a comment there. It's just so unique and gorgeous. And Peg's, oh my, like the detail, I can't get over it. Made me cry today thinking about my papaw. Okay, Miss Brandy, yin and yang, like I was talking about, I drew in my notes today here. And that is a 10, 10, 10 to 10. That is reunion energy, reconciling differences. And we got the black squirrel and the white squirrel. Mine are lavender and purple, but hey, that's okay. We'll take it. Reunion, reconciling differences. Remember, this can be yin and yang within our own selves or within a connection with someone else. Okay. So you're there, girl. All right, let's come down to Miss Kathy. Thinking of your question, Kathy. There's squirrels in there, Brandy. I don't know if I said that or not, but that might be a symbol there for you. And there were an awful lot of hearts. Also, the 10 to 10 ratio. When you let your 10 go and turn into an ace, so does another person, if that's what you're looking for. Miss Kathy, thank you. That was quite the jumper. Still in the same vein here of that slate energy, speak your truth. And we have the authentic self here. Let your freak flag fly, girl. There are lots of field daisies here. We talked yesterday about the throat chakra. It says, express yourself. There's no reason to, pitter patter around others with who you really are. Okay. Because that's the fun. Let the fun one come out. Okay. I wasn't even asking yet. You got a king, a divine masculine, and the Holy Grail code for filling your own cup here, receiving the gift. It's coming in. You just got to do that little bit of work, and it might only be speaking your truth here. Maybe it's sharing war stories. Maybe that's endearing, just being honest about what you've been through. Miss Peggy, those are beautiful blue hearts there. Thinking of your question, Miss Peg. Spirit angels and guide ancestors. Oh, almost. What's almost, Peg? Something wanting to flip, but then having a second thought. Okay. Well, what flipped in the middle, coming into that gray realm again, reprogram your soul. But what's on the top of this big old chunk here is the olive suit, which is a karmic relationship and releasing the past. Okay. Karmic doesn't mean bad, guys. I hate that it has such a negative connotation, like, oh, they're a karmic. Well, that's for whatever reason, that's part of your 12th house, right? It doesn't mean good or bad. It just means evening out or something, a relationship that is needed to balance your energy from a past life. This is helping you, and look at that lightning bolt. That is helping you release the past here, by looking toward each other, and underneath that, pathway to true love. Really releasing the past here. I'm getting like a mandala energy. And this looks like a blue or a steel or like a blue, like a cold, cold heart. And that's a song, right? I wrote that out, I think, last week. Elton John, Hard Done by You. Okay. The mandala. There are blues, silvers, and oranges here. And then then that olive color, olive hue. And again, the lightning bolt, that Uranus, channeling aggression energy. Hope that resonates and helps you there. There's always a reason we go through it, guys. All right, Miss Venus, thinking of your question. Thank you guys so much for joining me on date night. I love it. I was looking forward to it all dang day. Miss Venus, card for Miss Venus, please. Top of what fell over here. Healing separation. This is from the red suit. It looks more like a cranberry to me. 7-to-7 ratio. I drew 2 crowns. I drew one for the Emperor and the Empress today. And look, you got 2 crowns here on this card. So there might be something else in my notes there today, Venus. Whatever you're drawn to first, there might be an additional message there for you. And what this looks like to me, I've never noticed that before. And this card is a mask that is connected between them. Healing separation. In order to do that, we've got to go within. This is about healing, again, what the whole reading's been about, balancing our own yin and yang, so that a person of equal vibration can be coming in and shining this light, this spotlight. Thursdays are spotlight days. Guys, this is from the Ascension deck by Dr. Harmony. If you're interested, the descriptions are pretty in depth. You may be able, even there's a soul merger there happening with the 2 swans underneath that there, Venus. You may be able to Google some of these because some people post their readings online. Okay, Miss Novasar, thank you again for being a moderator for me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Literally, that's what Spirit just went. Okay. Are you pausing for the call? Why are you pausing? It's like, you know something, but you're not moving forward on it, or like a stalling. Okay. I don't know where that's coming from, but there you be. Okay, from Miss Ash, please. Bottom of the pile. Compassion, beautiful. There's that Leo energy, higher heart opening, and that is from the amber suit of this deck. And there's just hearts everywhere. Are you pausing? Green is right at the center. So I don't know, I'm getting that energy of sounds weird, but like I've seen like baby rooms that are like that pink and light green color with like that those watermelon colors are so pretty. And another mandala energy. That mandalas are frequencies of energy. Guys, if you want a copy of your card, I am happy to shoot a quick picture of it. Just email me. My email is attached to our art focus today. And just let me know what card you got. And I'm happy to take a quick shot, and won't be anything fancy, but I'm happy to send it to you. There's also green crystals, purple triangles, royalty. Yeah, you're okay. So also that speak your truth card as well underneath that. Speak your heart, perhaps. Are you holding back on sharing your feelings with someone? You're like, maybe. Mirror reflections. Oh my gosh, we talked about that a lot today. And it's in my purple post. I hope that helps you. There was a lot of pausing on that energy. Miss Pop Pop. Miss Kaylee. Question for Kaylee, please, and thank you. Wow, that was fast. Okay, 9 to 9. So unification, that could even be happening this year. We are in a 9-year aligning with abundance. And I just heard you're getting it. And look, there's the sword and the Dorito right here. They're both shaped that Merkaba energy, the soul's chariot. I talked about that in the write-up. When our head and heart are in alignment, our soul drives the chariot. That's tomorrow's energy. You're unifying your energy together. So again, these have 11 cards in each suit, and you're on the 9. It's like you're so close here. Keep aligning with what you do like. Keep your own higher self balanced in your energy. Be careful of not allowing others to siphon your energy out here, because like I said, we work too hard for that fishbowl, and we become once we understand how that works, the physics of it, we become very, very careful about who we alchemize our fishbowl with. Yep. Okay. Night, Angeline. I think we already said that. The art, Kaylee, is attached at the top of the chat. It's connection there. Oh, thank you, Liz. I always you can if you double tap the screen, if you're on the phone, that'll hit the like button for you. I appreciate that. Thank you for remembering, because I usually forget. Your phone is fighting with you. You're so welcome, Miss Brandy. You guys are so welcome. Anybody else? I love that too, Kathy. Wasn't that lovely? I thought I got you, Venus. Didn't I? Thought you were, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Let me come back here and look, because it was, let me find my hearts. Give me a second. Boop, 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 boo. So just as a reminder, guys, with the cards for you all, it'll post as is now, but then I'll go back and make that private, and I'll put the link in the description box where you can access your cards here still. I'm losing my hearts. Okay, it was Brandy, Kathy, Peggy, Venus. Yeah. And then right before Nova. I'll pull you another one just in case, but I'm pretty sure I did. Guys, let me know. Didn't I? Okay. I think so. Tell me in the okay, you got it. Thank you. All right. Oh, good. All right. Very, very cool. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much for sending me your art. It doesn't matter what it is. If you think it's beautiful and you just capture a shot with your camera phone, it doesn't matter. If you find joy in it, other people are going to find joy in it. Whatever, if you're crocheting, I don't care what it is because I can promise you it'll bring other people joy for you to share that. I think I might even share a picture of my old belly dancing days where I created most of my costumes. So I might share that with you guys, even though I was a lot heavier then. That's very puffy. But it took me 40 hours just to make the bra. And it was so heavy because it was full of coins and it was a tribal style dance. So okay, I might get brave and show you that. But that's I miss sewing. I miss those creations. You're so welcome now. Thank you, Mama. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining the party here tonight, sharing your positive energy. Your likes and subscribes, of course, is a beautiful way to share your energy. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the live where we're going to be sharing some more love. Okay, well, I will post that for next week's art. I was trying to put the focus on you all, but if you want to see it, then hey, if it brings you joy, then I'll do it. All right, guys, thank you too. You're so welcome. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a great night. Bye-bye. Love you too.